up on the dime. Flash flexes in OKC as the Thunder comes crashing down to earth. Steve Nash wheels and deals his way through Toronto after the diesel runs out of gas. Kobe, LeBron, and Chris Paul, our experts, debate the midseason MVP candidates. And wait till you see Sunday's contestants for the dunk of the night. The Daily Dime starts now. Get up, Joey Graham from the short corner. Shot, no, Moon! Where you been? Jamario Moon! The big cactus arriving north of the border. We go right to the third quarter off the steal. Jason Richardson with 17 points. The Suns up by 10 over Toronto. But in the fourth, Joey Graham, one of 3 Raptors with at least 20 points. He had 22, tying the game at 102. As for Shaq, well, the big fella struggled a bit. Did have 16 points, but only 4 boards and 5 turnovers. And moments later, he would foul out of the game, guarding Chris Bosh, who rolled his ankle but stayed in there. And how about Steve Nash? Season high 18 assists, finding Amari Stoudemire, stat with 31 points. The Suns by 5. But Toronto not going away. Jamario Moon soars in off the miss, pulling the Raptors within 3. And then shortly afterwards, Steve Nash would put away his fellow countrymen as the Suns take Toronto 117-113.
The smile on your face, the atmosphere here, the way you played. I mean, you were phenomenal. I just wonder if this was maybe the most enjoyable game you've played all season.
It's always fun when I get to come here, to get introduced and to have, 20,000 people cheering for you on the road is something that I'll never forget. It always makes me feel special. So, that's a privilege to come home and play in this environment. And just so many familiar faces, so many people I care about here. And the fans have been great to me.
Welcome to the Daily Dime. I'm Alex Loeb. Well, Oklahoma City coach Scott Brooks uttered the understatement of the year when he said, quote, "It's good to win." Simple but true, as the suddenly optimistic Thunder were gunning for their 3rd straight win for the first time in a year. A frantic pace between the Heat and Thunder early in this one. Westbrook with the rejection, but Kevin Durant on the other end blows the dunk. So here comes Miami. Wade to Chalmers, back to Flash, who finished with 32 points. The Heat up by 5. But Dwayne Wade wasn't done. Later on in the quarter, Jeff Green driving and swatted away. One of 3 blocks on the night by Wade. On to the second quarter, Russell Westbrook with the emphatic flush, 2 of his 14 points. The Thunder within 5. We take you all the way to the 4th now, and Kevin Durant goes off, burying trays within moments of each other. He finished with 31. Oklahoma City within 5 again, but Dwayne Wade putting this one away just inside the arc, putting Miami up 90-81. And then Flash with one of his 10 assists, finding Jamal McGlure as the Heat take it 104-94.
Hey, Udonis, we were just commenting a little bit on Mario Chalmers in particular, and that, where does he stand as far as not afraid to take shots, or his biggest attributes for you out there on the floor with him?
Oh, man, first of all, his defense is tremendous. His quick hands, long arms. He really aggravates offensive guards. And as far as shooting the ball, if you look at him, he got Mr. Clutch tattooed up under his arm. So he's definitely a clutch performer. He's not scared to take the big shot.
And apparently Starberry is at it again. New York Knicks guard Stephon Marbury has reportedly once again offered $1 million to the team so that they will release him from his contract. Marbury says he has an offer to play for another squad, and the New York Post is reporting that the Knicks last wanted $3 million, but that the ultimate decision now rests with owner James Dolan.
You gain respect by not backing down from nobody, no matter if that guy's better than you, if he's bigger than you, faster, taller, stronger.
Two-hand tomahawk. Spectacular play by LeBron James.
When I'm on the court, if my mom was across from me, she'd have to get out of my way.
CP, oh my goodness, what a drop off.
What motivates me now more than ever is winning another championship.
4-second difference. Bryant a 3. Good! Kobe a 3!
When I'm on the court, I feel peace. I
feel free.
They lob it up high. Howard! Oh, man! You gotta be kidding me!
Well, as we get ready to look back at the first half of the season, Dwayne Wade has caught fire, leading the entire NBA in scoring. Dwight Howard tops the association in boards and blocks, and CP3 has racked up more steals and assists than anyone in basketball. For a look at the true midseason MVP, Mark Jones, Avery Johnson, and Jalen Rose have more.
Right now, Avery, you take all those guys in the mix. Who's your MVP?
Well, it's LeBron James. What he's done this year has been astounding. But not only an MVP, but I got him for Defensive Player of the Year this year so far. He's playing great defense. He plays defense on the ball. We know what he can do here in transition. But look at him here, coming from the weak side, on the break, blocking shots. He's really good on the ball. He's communicating. But LeBron James not only can win the MVP this year, he has a chance to become not only MVP, but Defensive Player of the Year. And he's having a great year this year.
Well, my MVP candidate, I agree with you, Coach, is LeBron James to this point of the season. The Cleveland Cavaliers have adopted a defensive-first mentality. He leads the charge when you talk about that. However, when we talk about closing games, I'll take Kobe Bryant. When you talk about the best point guard, I take CP3.
Shouldn't the best closer in the game also be the MVP, though?
Well, he's getting it done such at a high level that LeBron James. I've never really seen anyone perform the way he's performing. He has to be my MVP so far.
All right, now it's time to take a look at the week ahead in fantasy hoops with the Roto-Ruler, Keith Lipscomb.
Since only 8 teams play fewer than 4 games this week, a couple teams stand out as bad plays in weekly leagues. One of them is the Miami Heat, whose only 2 games come against solid defensive squads in Boston and Orlando. Dwayne Wade is the only Heat player I'd even consider in weekly formats, provided you've got other options who play more games. Another team with only 2 games this week is the Thunder. At least those games come against the Warriors and Clippers, so Kevin Durant should put up some huge numbers. But it's hard to get excited about any other OKC player with 2 fewer games than most other players on your roster.
And finally, it may have been a light night in the NBA, but there were plenty of highlight reel dunks to choose from, and we start in Canada, where CB4 Chris Bosh dropped 20 and 12 on the Suns. But how about the pride of Waxahachie, Texas, Des Mason with 2 of his 7 points, but the gold goes to Mason's teammate Russell Westbrook. The 4th overall pick in the draft continues to impress after serving up a one-handed facial to fellow rookie Mario Chalmers. That'll do it for the Daily Dime. I'm Alex Slope. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all your up-to-date info on the association, just go to the NBA page on ESPN.com. Now we leave you with our plays of the week.
Short. James on the follow. Wow. Bayless on the attack and slam. High riser. Evil attempt. The Diesel slams him. Fisher contested. Mason fouled, and he made the shot. Wow.
Oh, Howard throws it down with authority.
Wow. Ariza goes up, gets the dunk and the foul.